Hello boys, my name is Yoshi and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for Switch. The Japanese voices enabled. In the last video we left off, well, doing a bunch of other stuff, but mainly we did Riku and Mana's hero quest, getting all sorts of stuff done and just in general being really good. Anyways, so yeah, there are some more quests in Agnus Castle I found out about, because to be fair, we haven't really done much quests here at all. There's also some more if we can get to rank 7. Castle prisoners, This is just the kind of time I'd like those guys to be here, but Tian, Zia, and Jojo are locked deep inside the prison after all. They won't be seeing daylight anytime soon. Hey, did you hear? An Agni and a raid just a boat to the city. I heard some guy called Seeker, right? Why you go and do something for that? Us that wouldn't benefit him in any way. Interesting. So, yeah, in a previous video, we did some other stuff. We mostly did Riku and Mada's hero quest, but we also took out some big giant monkeys in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. It was fun. It was quite a bit of a different challenge. But anyway, I don't know if we can craft accessories. We still need some NG matters after all. Oh, we got a lot more money than before. I don't know how we got so much more money, but we have enough to just upgrade that prison up to rank 10. We won't be able to get it all the way up until like rank 7, but I think we have enough money to do that part. Also, we need to check gems. It's been a long time since we've done that. Yeah, okay, we can get this. We got a couple gems crafted. Eventually, we're just gonna get all the rank 10s of all the different gems. I'm gonna do Seeker's Rivers first. Anyways, there's a bunch of quests I found that were here, so we're going to do them now. Rumor we heard about Seeker. The guy who spoke to Gungor. Yeah, it seems the people of the city don't trust him. They don't understand his motives. In a way, it's understandable. The situation is what it is, and there's no easy fix for it. When we talked to him, he struck me as, like, industrious, I guess. Diligent in it. He did a fair bit to help when they were sending lost numbers back to the city and all that. Well, whichever way it was or seemed, if he's got a bone to pick with a city, we gotta nip in that in the bud. Fair point. How about we make some inquiries into Seeker then? If we ask around with the Agnians, we're bound to learn something. Sorted. Let's do it then. You want to know about Seeker? Sure, I don't mind. Only there's nothing really to tell. I guess he's serious about his work. There's that, I suppose. Always seemed like the higher up always liked him well enough. He's got a load of awards, if I'm remembering right. Alright. We still haven't liberated Kiev's castle yet. Kiev's castle is kind of still unchecked. We went into another item, but, well, the main part, the main storyline done, but we never got that done either. I'm gonna walk all this way here, even if it takes longer. There's Seeker right there. Skip the event, Altair. And you've seen the same event over and over again, you don't want to skip it. Rover, huh? Seeker, I've heard he's been friends with the commander over at Lambda and for a long time too. Fair used to be Infernal Affair, so I guess it's no wonder he's got friends in high places. If you're wondering about the food thing and other stuff, I'm not gonna finish that part. You know, the farm on Colony Moonford. I'm not gonna finish that all the way until like chapter 7. When I go to clean up the EverQuests, I think that'll be much easier to do then. By the way, we'll probably die if we fall from this height, so we can't really do that. Zubai's also had a few RPGs to include fall damage, so it is kind of realistic. Like, it does have fall damage in it. Fall damage was already included in a lot of other games, though. It's just seems to be really intent on including that in almost every of their games. There's apparently an older series of Xenoblade games also called Xenosaga. But I played him, I had no idea. I have to find him first. Huh. Ask you about Seeker, yeah? Know him well, we were on the same turn. For the longest time he's a real straight shooter, total or serious nerd. Nothing like he is now. Since the clock got smashed, he's a lot more proactive and full on. Personally, I like him way better now. Now we're gonna teleport to skip having to go back here. I'll still have to do a semi-long load to load Agnus Castle again. Loads do take longer in between regions, I know that much. I remember Seeker saying he wanted to do something about the lost numbers' ill feelings towards us. He was like, no, I'll go, but we gotta find a way to work together and move past it. I'm gonna discuss this at Death Star, I cannot. I don't know why they call this point Death Star instead of just a camp. I don't. Somebody needs to tell me why. It could be that it's been so long that I've completely forgot about the storyline. From what we've been hearing, it seems he understands the problems affecting Agnus Castle as a whole. He's also said to be a diligent worker, and nobody seemed to wish him ill. Alright, sure, but he was in the prison camp for a reason, right? Things can't be that simple. I did initially suspect that there might have been some hidden motives behind Seeker's actions, but it no longer seems likely. Right, I think it's beyond doubt that he's about moving things in a more positive direction. And also, since he's working on to reform the place, you think we could stand to let him a hand? Well, he seems to be worth having a chat with, at least, even if nothing comes of it. Yeah, if he's trying to make amends to lost numbers, then it's definitely worth a try. Let's all go and talk to Seeker then. Pretty soon we'll be able to get the second movement speed increase. Because of that, we'll probably go to the castle first to clean up any of its quests, since there is no way to cheat boost that up to rank 9. What are you all up to? Are we on to talk to Seeker? Perfect time. Annoy Seeker. Give these dogs and Eggy to help you, yeah. What's this about now? Well, I've been thinking I'd like to transport some of the provisions from Agnus Castle over to the city. Provisions? Now there's a golden idea. But why? What's in it for Agnus? I'm not sure there'd be a real good payoff for us, however. Here's the thing, when the Fate Queen was revealed, I saw councils from Kiev standing there, and it made me sick. All the things I thought were right in that moment, that instant, I saw just how mistaken I'd been. Mistakes need to be corrected, even if it takes my entire remaining life. That's why I want to give the city its due. I hope make you stronger. I hope I can spend my strength repaying you. Whoa, dude, you're gonna make me bow? Augie? Well, yes, this is most gracious. First, we appreciated everyone who got back into the city. So then I figured, why not send some provisions next? Are we that strapped for grub, though? Hey, what are you saying? We always need great quantities of food to get by. And whose fault is that, you'd reckon? The ergonomous bit of man? Anyway, in case, you could stand to have a bit more food, surely. As luck would have it, we have plenty here. We could get them processed to be more shelf-stable, and they would make for good portable meals, too. Seems like it'd be quick going if we pitched in as well. Yes. If you could, we also appreciate if you could collect whatever's missing and leave it with Darnie. Oh, and then we city people can take it from here. Yes, that would be fantastic, thanks. This is the long and short of it. Well, we'd be thankful for your assistance. You all have it. Rest easy. Oh, we had some other items we had to get. Alright, back here again. I think I have a trick that I can get down there without having to go the long way if I just zoosh into the water below. As if we can even trick jump off us to begin with. Oh yeah, that's why you can only get in from there. Okay, so I have to take the elevator down. Unless I want to take an early death. That's a panic happen. Hinker's gotten in touch. You hear about the provisions? quite enough for a transfer to the city, so we'll need a big help getting them together. Ooh. Let's give those items. Gotten all the provisions we requested. Thanks bunches. Be so kind as to give Seeker the good news. Oh, there we go. Back to Agnus Castle again. Oh my gosh, this gets so confusing. Finally, right person. I swear the hit by Saitaki to us seems really hard to hit sometimes when there are multiple of them close together. Finished collecting the food and handed it all over. Thank you so much. I'm glad I turned to you for help. Well done, Noah and friends. Always so quick to aid, it's marvelous. Even in a difficult situation like this one, we can only try to move forward. And I believe that when we work together, we can achieve almost anything. I think so too, and we're always ready to do our part. Wow, Seekers sounds like real leader would say in it. You want to look elsewhere next time you see something play like that? Yeah, that was a good line. I'll even go out on a limb and believe it. Thank you. I'll do all I can to live up to the trust you've placed in me. Alright. Lots of soul points getting collected. Alright, so we've heard there's some people locked up, but nothing about the whys or hows. Being put into prison for violations of military discipline is not unheard of, I suppose. Saying they were pretty tough as well. Supposedly it's all under security purview, but I don't know about much more. Is there any point to locking them up under the current circumstances? Won't know unless we ask security. Be nice to get some extra ads to help around the castle and city. Free fiends, Oh, Gondor. Hey, can we talk to you for a minute? Sure, Fee, what's up? Heard you got Agni soldiers hot up here, so... Oh, Sparks, really? Even you've heard? Ah, give me a break. Wow, sounds like that struck a nerve. I joke you now, but just wait till you hear the story. I'm at the end of the tether, I tell you. I mean, look, I agree with Seeker's figure. I want to work together with the city, really I do. But the people they lock up for violating regulations have done some pretty heinous stuff in the past. I think this Tama guy, old pals with a chick called Zira, then add in the hothead Jildar to the mix. Now the three of them have some kind of understanding. Keats a claw, I'm telling you, thick as thieves. Suggest you think when they're let out they'll get up to some hijinks? Think so? Well, if it was just hijinks, I think we could consider ourselves lucky. Well, honest with you, I'm kind of shocked they haven't been sent for the chop already. Don't ever let them out, then it'd have been better to just do that and be done with that. You mean execution? What are you saying? You think what they did is enough to deserve that? And what does Seeker have to say? Leaving their treatment to your discretion. Actually, I was. Like, tell me what to do, you utter... Oh. Yeah, how about you not swear, mate? Phew, sorry, I had to get it off my chest. Anyway, want to see them? Or if they're really so indespicable, are they gonna take a pop at us? I mean, they're still in a cell, right? Not exactly makeup status. Okay, come on, I'll introduce you. How dare she swear? It's a family-friendly channel, you know. What's this? T-Tai-To fighter. I smell the smell of a strong fighter. That's the big baddie you were talking about? That's right, he's the main offender. Come to break us out or cut our throats. I'll tell ya, it pays to be on our good side. I'm still making my mind up, actually. Don't go forcing my hand, alright? You're the one who liberated the castle, alright? Come on. Let's have a square go, you and us. Beg your pardon? When you cut us loose. Before you go Victoria, I don't mean we go on a killing spree. Zero's my best and oldest friend, you see, a Jilder. I met him here. The inside, if I like the cut of his ship. So I think we'd like to stay outside one day again, all three of us together. Well, if we win, that is. What if we win? Your choice, I suppose. Keep us steeled till we die, make us... Well, whatever you decide, we'll go on with it. That doesn't make it any easier. Wait, aren't they hardened criminals? I don't feel qualified to pass judgment on them just like that. It's fine, it's fine. You're more qualified than me, that's for sparking certain. There we go. Sounds like a deal to me. Come on, let's get to the fisticuffs already. What should we do? Alright there, Ferris. You pipe down and play nice until these good people figure out what to do. Sounds good to me. Just don't keep me waiting too long.
名前確かに覚えたよ。関係が変わったみたいだ。
Talking earlier, I assume I was with you guys. Yeah, but stay on top of it. What's got you branded as a fiend and locked up in here? I was oiling up a container the salvage corpse was gonna salvage. Horrible thing to do, right? Waste away supplies, they worked so hard to get. It's a new one to me. Why go around and blow up valuable supplies? I mean, who cares about that, really? You've come here to fight us three fiends, right? I'm ready to fight whatever you are, but don't keep me waiting too long.
名前確かに覚えたよ。
There's a lot of miniature quests to do. Doing? You're gonna fight over what? They've been all file. What did you do to get yourself in here? Well, a whole bunch of things, let us say. I used to work at the extension dots. One day I erased a certain piece of intel, but I don't think I did anything wrong. Now, I haven't had a bad time in here thanks to Tara and Zira, but you know what? I now feel like battering you lot and moseying on out of here if you'd be inclined.
名前確かに覚えたよ。
Dude, there's so many different things you can do. Oh, this is a separate quest time. So, what crime did you commit to be locked up here exactly? What is it to you? Will I get to fight you all if I talk? It all depends how you tell us. Well, it's a pot. I got locked up for a crime of mass murder. Violation of military discipline. Simple enough reason, right? Thinking back on it now, I guess just wasn't a soldier. I just wasn't a soldier the council could control. It's besides the point. You're gonna fight me or not? Out with it. so we could choose to skip this and just not do all of these, but I feel like we came all this way, may as well complete the info slots here. So, so I heard Jodor might be getting out soon. The very man who bought Sir's collie by destroying enemy tower. I wouldn't be letting him out anytime soon. So we need to talk to the other info characters if we want to really get a lot of stuff. I decided to just AoE collect all the violence, that way we can get all of the info stuff done at once. I will work on getting the quests done one by one. I think there are two ways to do this. You can either choose to fight them the quick and forgetting way, or you can try and help them. And I think we'll get extra quest completion if we do that, so we're gonna go with this option. I'd like to ask you about Zero's story. Sure, I mean, Zero's already locked up now, so I'm not sure what difference it'll make, but why not, I guess. So you must have your reasons after yourselves. Shara used to be part of the Salvage Corps. She achieved much as a soldier and was very well regarded for her renounce in battle. Today there was an incident on a mission to procure an airdrop supply container. I'm sure you probably know already, but for some reason she tried to blow up that container. Everyone was furious about the waste of supplies. If it wasn't even like there was there Kivzi tried to steal them or anything. The council at the time therefore claimed she was plotting an insurrection and imprisoned her. How'd that girl brew up the thing or whatever? I know it said she had Agnus' best interest in mind when she did it, but I find that hard to believe. He's clever, man. Jodor, you said? Well, he used to be in the intel. He was my subordinate. One day, the guy destroyed some intel showing that Keeves was making camp somewhere. Of course, had seen that intel. They could have ambushed that camp and won a crucial victory. That intel, we had no chance. There were few casualties, but I'm still at a loss as to why she didn't share the intel. We never got to explore this area on the right. I'm actually surprised we didn't explore this sooner. We're gonna explore it now, I guess, to make up. Remember this pathway? Yes, this is one of the other pathways we could have explored. We just, for some reason, didn't do it yet, so I figured still have some stuff to explore, may as well do it. For those of you who don't know, I did decide to do the class rotation. I'm actually going to be doing things a bit more interesting this time. So, I decided to make things a bit easier to figure out for my thing. Basically, I'm going to just do the class rotation effect for every time a class is been upgraded. I'm going to use the same class now as the person to the right of the player that is using it. For those of you who don't know, basically this isn't really that much of a big a deal when you first look at it, but the main thing that I'm doing is whenever I change classes from now on to make it easier, I'm just gonna use whatever the person Flex into the right use. That means for Noah will actually be Cena's class. Cena will actually be using Noah's class, but otherwise, it'll be Noah changes to what Meal's class was when she hit rank 10. And so on and so forth. We're going to be doing that until all those classes hit rank 10, and then we'll just kind of change characters to rank 10 stuff as they need it. How we're going to be getting that, probably just going to be doing a class point grind in that big area that I mentioned earlier. But we need to get to endgame content at some point too. There we go. I never really went out this way before. I probably should have sooner. But at least continue until we get an exploratory thing. This is a big conflict. Avis cannot assist. It's a level 84. Dang. So you have these big, giant level 84 things. We can't face either of those until we get that high, of course. There we go. Wow, we ended up finding a lot more stuff than I thought. Okay, so interesting. So if we need Agnian-based items, this is a good place to get them, because there's, at least from the events. Ooh, hello. Can actually attack us. Levinus also probably attack us. Okay, we're not going here again for a while. The main reason I went there though was discover the landmark, which we did, and now we are going to be back this place. Let's go back and do the actual storyline part. We probably won't be doing those for some time yet. By the way, I've decided to opt to just play the rest of the run without using any bonus experience. I feel like it's kind of cheating, and remember, out-leveling is a bad idea since you get a lot less class points if you do that. So if you want to rank up class points, don't ever use bonus experience. Probably should have used it from the beginning, although to be fair, we kind of needed it at first because it was either that or do a bunch of grinding, which would have been very tedious, so I opted to not do that. But anyway, still lots of important reasons to do it. We could have probably actually beaten that level 7 plus thing given enough time and a good setup, although probably not with 3 DPSs. We probably need at least few more tanks on that to survive. Heard Jadar is the reason we lost our chance to take out a base in the war with Kiev. Don't know why he did it. I tried asking him and he flat out refused to give a reason why. Alright, we got one of them updated. Oh wow, so there was a landmark down here this whole time. Oh, Sierra? Yeah, I know her. She was a hot topic for a little while here. It's in a squad that anally salvaged a surprise, and she was a snuffing capable soldier herself. Supply characters are targeted by any strategy. Soldieros like her are invaluable. Hardcore society may be known as logistical teams, but that doesn't mean they lack capable fighters. They're the ones who take the necessary decisive action, such as blowing up a container if the enemies are about to steal it. If so, I always have to stay on my toes. You never know when something might happen. That's weird. Why won't it let me go to the map on here? Toga is a man who cared deeply for his allies. In a battle with Kiev, his squad was on the verge of being completely massacred. But he broke condition to take rearguard and charge right at him, letting his squad retreat in the process. Ah, there's one less info that hasn't been seen yet. Oh, wait. Oh, there's one over here. I missed. That's fine. We can get this when we go back to turning the other ones off. So each of them have their own story you can complete, rather than battling them, and I think we are going to do that. Toa was jailed for violating military discipline during a battle with Kiev. Everything I heard about him suggested he was a retired ravenous pilot, albeit one who had a bit of an issue following orders. Sona's worried about whether she should be the guard up, but personally I'm against it. Wow. Lots of extra stuff Aggie had to say for Saran. Yeah, I'm not looking at each of those. It's all the time, because it gets quite tedious. We're just gonna discuss all of these to save time. We didn't do Toma's situation much. If we're to believe what Toma has told us, it seems like he got locked up for the crime of mass murder. But we also heard he took rearguard in order to let his comrades retreat. And while he was fighting to save his comrades, he killed a large number of Kiev's soldiers. It's not like he did his case any favors, but he was just fighting his enemy, right? That's all we're taught to do. Certainly, that would have been a normal thing to do when you're in the flame clutches. Excuse my spectaculars, but he didn't extract the flame from the enemies he defeated, did he? If he was blind by range like he said, then I think he was more preoccupied with crushing those Kievs than anything else. You do raise a good point. You can't exactly extract someone's flame while in the Levenus. And from the council's point of view, that was wasting a good flame would have been cause enough to lock him up. That sounds grim, but hear me out. I think the council could have solved this more easily if he just snuffed him on the spot. Good point, but you have to consider what turn his deeds would have won him favor with the troops, despite irking the council. Executed for violently saving lives of his fellow soldiers would have backfired massively. Right pain in the council's arse, that's for certain. It would go some way to explain why easier for the council to lock him up under false pretenses. So perhaps it's possible not only convince him to not fight us, but also to free him from prison. I don't mind fighting him either way, but we've saved a whole lot of fuss if you can talk him out of it somehow. There's only one way to find out. Let's head to Toma's cell and see what we can do. Don't see about Sierra's situation. So for everything we've heard about Zero, you almost think she grew up feral or something. It's hard to consider blowing up Surprise as anything but a military discipline violation, that much is certain. True, but something really doesn't add up here. Yeah, like, if I were planning an insurrection, I wouldn't start it by blowing up some random supplies. Right, Uni, what would be the point in that? I guess the key here is to find out her reason was for blowing up that container. I just thought of something like, is it a little odd that Council didn't sentence her to death right away? Good point. Usually in the situation, an offender would get executed to send a warning to the rest of the colony. Perhaps the Council saw some value in keeping Zero alive. We could present a concrete theory as to why she got locked up and not executed. That could help out our case a lot. Do we do if we find out after she's freed that she's just another maniac fighter, I guess? I get that. Guess we should go see her then. Then we have Jodar. Jodar destroyed Kivzi intel and therefore caused damage to Agnus's possession. And here is, why did he destroy that intel that had crucial info on an enemy camp's whereabouts? What he did went far beyond a violation of military discipline. He could have easily been sentenced to death for it. Tell me about it. Soldiers always getting killed by enemies they don't see coming. That kind of intel is worth its weight in gold. Hints up an important question. Why is Jodar still alive? I think we might need to ask the guy himself about what the true nature of that intel was. That'd be quicker for sure. Yeah, let's go and ask him. Alright. So now we can complete those other side quests and maybe talk them out of fighting us. So you're freeing up for a fight, are you? Before that, there's something we want to make sure of. Is it true that you murdered multiple Kivzi soldiers? Did you miss it the first time around? Of course I did. You used Agnus during the incident, didn't you? Well now, someone's done the research, but yeah, I killed a snuff tub and enemy in the Agnus. Stayed behind last to fight them off so that you could save your fleeing comrades, if I'm not mistaken. Where the spark did you... Ah yeah, that's also right. Now about that enemy, I don't know what colony they came from, but I'm sure they sure didn't know stuff about fighting honorably. Seeing those dishonorable letters say my friends made me go right off the deep end. I had to get any of my guys still breathing out there, but I couldn't just let them get away with it. Who drained to will my bite, so I got into Levis and made them regret even being alive. That's all there to it. So, different colony from Agnus was taking out their own friends. Now we understand what happened. Not like me telling you all this is gonna make a lick of difference, though, is it? Ooh. Oh, so we have... Wait a minute. We have different storylines to talk about? Oh, up for a fight then. Not quite. We have things we want to ask first. You managed to get your hands on Kivzi intel, yet you didn't share it with Agnus. Why? Getting straight to the point again, I see. Sure, squashing intel about Kivz would have been in your best interest. Sit back, relax, and let Jodar tell you story, not like I've got much better to do anyway. After I investigated the Kivz intel that fell into my hands, I discovered that it was fake intel created by our council. What? Seems like they weren't too happy about us getting more and more powerful over trying to crush us. I don't know what was going through their head. I don't even begin to make sense. Maybe they just thought that screwing us was an easy way to fill the Kivzi fighting clock. We're the ones who made the council so powerful, and that's how they decide to treat us. Boils my blood, it does. That's why I destroyed that intel, so my friends could withdraw from that pointless battle and limit the casualties. Did you tell about this to anyone? Absolutely no way I'd to my friends about it, otherwise the council would have done him in. Thankfully that butter can't hurt us anymore. Talking about it has lifted a weight off my shoulders, it has. I got zero grass as well. Got to meet Toma and Zira here after all their class. Anyway, at least you don't have to bear the burden of your own anymore. She's right, you're not living up to that cancel eyes anymore, so cheer up, mate. If I do ever get out of here, it might be worth talking about what's going on in my mind a bit often. Alright, we're gonna do the first one we put. Nice. Funny you mentioned that, because I was out of my mind when I blew up that container. Perhaps you noticed that container had been booby-trapped? Huh? You don't have to be out of your mind to sacrifice supplies in the name of protecting your comrades. Also, I wouldn't call this a plan. I would see why it'd be egregious enough to violate military sin. Your container did have something lethal in it, then blowing it up would have been perfectly justifiable. Lethal? What do you mean lethal? Could have been something explosive or poisonous. You didn't know it was inside, but you had a feeling, did you? It's not to think airdrop device could have something like that in them, unless the council had something to do with it. Indeed, it's not possible to see what the council could have thought up something fiendish like that. Since blowing up seemingly good supplies is a big no-no, that gave the council the perfect pretext to lock you up. Cool feeling, but the last time I checked, theories don't count as hard evidence. Indeed, all we got is reasoning that paints you in a favorable light. The simplest, most straightforward reason that you were out of your mind at the time. I'll give you that, though. I had some fun missing in theory. Your reasoning skills aren't too bad to you. So here's what really happened. It's true. I blew up the container. You're serious? And like you said, 4 Eyes, that container was indeed booby-trapped. You knew something was up well before the incident, did you? Yeah, right after Toma had been locked up. During friends, I was vivid about his rest. I just couldn't let it slide. Into it, I began to pick up that the council was hiding something in the container. So when I went to peer it up, I blew it up, hoping to use it against the mother himself. Yikes. Take it all back. Maybe she is loopy. Council must have caught on that I was sniffing around, and that's why he rigged the container. And Appy dying alongside him to protect my mates, but it didn't go to plan, so I ended up in the seer and slammer instead. It was there I had a hunch sure my Raver, our enemy, wasn't Keeves, though I guess I don't need to call it a hunch anymore. I often wonder what people like you guys were like, guys who fought with councils. Oh no, this is I want to know what real strength looks like type of scenario, isn't it? For the love of Sarks. Let's just do this. Look like saying your story to Suna. Let's just hold on a bit. If you're gonna fight anyone, be quick about it. I'd rather not have my life in danger any longer, Nipsey. We just got done talking to Zero for the side of the story. We think we might have a case for freeing her from the prison. Wait, seriously? We can let her go? Considering she faced up to a great enemy all by herself, we think you'll see why she deserves to be free. Great as in size? You're saying that she could go toe-to-toe with Elevenus or something? We don't mean that kind of great. But like, she loves to light stuff up, right? What if she decides to blow up the castle? Doesn't bear thinking about. Look, her reasons why she did what she did. Let us explain. That's a whole lot to take in, I won't lie, but I mean, Seeker trusts you guys. Okay, Seeker was the one who left up to my description, and according to my description, if you guys think she is guilty, then she sure ain't guilty to me. Thank you so much. Ah, it's crazy to think I'm actually out of prison now. Now, seeing as I was good enough to free you, promise you won't go around pulling up stuff you got. Of course, don't worry about it. I just don't pull up stuff for no reason, you know. Oh, really now? Seriously, don't go do anything too outrageous, okay? I know. I owe you guys big time after all. So we got that part of the quest. There was actually a trap set. So that was actually, that whole container was just a trap set by the council to kill her. Wait, you need to still have any questions? Nope. Alright. Just as I thought. What's up? Do you need something? So just as I thought, you clear these quests, you don't have to fight them at all, and you can just skip fighting them altogether. And I think it gives you even more experience than just doing the fight. It also probably changes how many quests you have. We heard Joldor's full story. Full story? What's this about? Don't mind Grover, he's here on our business. He fades into the background pretty easily. Hey, I just had have a serene presence. Anyways, here's what happened. This is really hard to credit. He was going up against the council? What does this all mean? That he didn't do anything wrong after all? What he did was undoubtedly a violation of military discipline. So then, if what they're telling us is true, then Jodor knowing we went against military discipline in order to save Gavney and lives, and then went into Dale without ever telling us why he did what he did. Well, we got no reason to keep him locked up in here, right? He's a capable, I'll give you that, or should I say being too capable of what got him into that mess. I'm just as versed to trouble as the next person, but what do you think? And I think we could let Jodor go. I'll take responsibility for anything that happens. Well, that'll certainly make my life a bit easier, I'll know that much. But if he tries anything funny, I'll throw him back in prison, then throw away the key. Sure, won't have to come to that. Right, well, got him out, too. Oh, didn't think you'd be there, too. Don't get your knickers in a twist. I won't be doing nothing bad, I promise. Especially not after you guys got me out of the slaver. All we did was listen to your story, nothing special about that. Jenner was locked up for liking fake until the council had circulated hearing this Son of Freedom. Alright. Like I said, we get a lot more soul points if we do this route, so I figure I might as well, yeah. What, still got something new for me? Well, you ain't off to tell Sona from Intel Security about your story. Won't be long. There you are. Where have you guys been? Finally decided to do battle with those wretches? It's to that, we'd like to find out if you know anything more about what Toma did. You mean the mass murder? Well, as far as I remember, he indiscriminately killed a load of Kievsi without extracting their life. That led the council at the time to arrest them and lock him up in here. I'm afraid to say that your crafty council bet the truth about what really happened. Huh? What do you mean? Let's explain. What the? So he was fighting to save his comrades? But that wasn't in the report. It's like he said, the council bet the truth to make it seem like he was fighting for the fighting's sake, not for his comrades' rise. Now I think of it, there was some guy in my turn who managed to survive that battle. Although Toma could have definitely tried to extract some flame for the enemy, it's not a stretch to say that he had his reasons to do what he did. Settles it. I got no reason to doubt you guys. You're the ones who freed us from the clock, after all. I also got no reason to doubt that the Toma I knew would have done everything for his comrades and for Agnus. Oh well, thank you. They were all falsely accused that whole time. Been a while since I've had proper fresh air. It tastes better than I remember. And bet, you should be thankful to Noah and the others for that. You bet I'm thankful to them, not to mention you too, of course. Just don't get yourself into any more trouble, Key. I'm busy enough as it is. I wouldn't do that when it's this nice outside. Don't worry yourself one bit. I'm still one capable shorter, believe me. Doesn't sound like you've earned anything to me. Wow. We freed all of them. Having and taking them out. I think we still end up fighting them anyway. Unfortunately, we're not going to do that because we are going to be ending the episode right here. Still, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video where we continue Agnus Castle quest. Till then, see you guys later. Bye.